if you think you've seen it all on campus, think again, because at Rivers State University, a viral clip has been seen circulating online of a man who was later identified to be a lecturer, surrounded by scripts belonging to students, marking those scripts and further handing them to his children to mark as well. Next, at Nnamdi Azikwe University, we have the story of a student union president who was attacked while leading a peaceful protest. This has raised serious questions about student safety and leadership. And beyond the headlines, we have a very important issue that many students are facing, which is accommodation. Because of this, we took to the campus streets to ask a very important question, which is squatting the solution to accommodation issues, or does it lead to dishonesty, unfair sale of bed space, and corruption? Stay with us, as this is one episode you do not want to miss.
Baby, you can feel the show. Oh, na, na, na. Feel the show. Baby, you can feel the show. Oh, na, na, na. We could do it all night long. We could do it all night long. Yeah. Baby, you can feel the show. Baby, you can feel the show.
Hello everyone, and welcome to CRT-AFRICA, which is your go-to for all happenings across campuses. I'm Temi, your host for today, and I'm joined by two amazing guests. Please introduce yourselves.
My name is Olanka Abiola. I'm a student of UNILAG Creative Arts.
I am Miriam, a peace studies student from Lagos State University.
Thank you so much. It's nice to meet both of you. Now, let's get straight into what has gotten people talking. I don't know if any of you saw the video of the Rivers State University lecturer that was caught marking scripts at the POS stand. And that is not even the shocking part. The shocking part is the fact that he was marking those scripts and giving his children those scripts to mark as well. Is that not very crazy to you? And some people also said on the internet that that is the major reason why some students get unexpected grades like D's, E's, and F's. There are some courses that you write that when you write them, you expect a certain grade. Then when you see it, you see the complete opposite. What do you think about this situation?
If I write the exam, I'm writing it for the lecturer to mark, not anybody else. Because there are some things I might write that only the lecturer will understand. His child cannot, a child that is even in primary school, will not have the reasoning to understand that, okay, he might have not written the exact same thing my daddy said is right. But then he would know that it is inclined with what he actually taught us. But then the child will not know.
That's the major gag to me, because why is a primary school student marking a university student's script?
Yeah, there's that. If it was OBJ, it's actually different. I mean, it's just A, B, or C. But then it's not still right, but then it's better than marking theory.
So I know you have something to say, but before we hear what you have to say, let's take a look at the video first. Miriam, so you saw the video.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
Okay, so from my perspective, I'm a student. I cannot imagine writing an exam, putting in so much effort to read, and then the effort is futile. And at the end, I just see a result that is not mine. And then I go to meet the lecturer, whereas I don't know what he's doing behind the scene, like what's going on. So I'm talking on behalf of every student. What do you mean we take our time to read for exams, and then when our results come out, it's the other way around? Exactly. This is so much time and effort that we put in to write the exam.
I feel like it's very careless on the part of the lecturer to even hand those scripts to his children. We are not talking teenagers, we are talking people that just escaped being toddlers. Because that's literally what's going on.
The lecturer should be punished.
Seriously.
It should be. Let's even forget the children part. There are sometimes that you'd write exam, you go to school, you write exam, prepare for an exam, and they're expecting 5 or 4. And then when the result comes out, it's 1 or 2. What's going on? These are what happens behind the scene.
No, to be honest, I feel like no amount of marking guide that you give those toddlers, they will not be able to follow it how the lecturer will be able to follow it.
Even other lecturers that you give marking guide, because I have some lecturers from Lagos State University, I can assure you, because I know that a lecturer comes to class and then he comes to teach us, and then I give him what he said he wants in the exam. And when my result comes out, it's the opposite of what I'm expecting. And I gave you what you want. Like you mentioned what you wanted in class, the marking gun and everything. So what else were you expecting?
I guess
so
you
I'm
gave the
very sure
script.
he gave the script to other lecturers. And then these lecturers did not even attend class. So when he gives them, he's going to give them the marking guide. And then you're not the one that even that like they did not take the course. And eventually when they are marking at home or something and they get tired, they would want to mark off and that, oh, I know everything and all that. So they will get tired at some point. It's not their course. There's no passion there.
Yeah.
If it's a lecturer, the lecturer that actually took the course, there's a way he's going to mark it.
Yes.
And then when it's tired,
With
he knows that,
understanding of what
yeah,
is in there.
yes, he knows what he taught us in class.
Exactly. We didn't stop here. We took to the campus streets and we asked different students their opinion on this matter. Let's see what they have to say.
I was shocked though. If something like this will happen in my department, it would be a serious problem. Because how can a child that doesn't even know anything mark the script of a university student? It's not even making sense. Like that lecturer needs to be punished though, because it's not even right at all. I was very angry when I saw it.
Sorry about that.
Is that all you have to say?
Well, I mean, we agree on the same. I don't know.
We share similar
That man
opinions
yeah,
about
that man
it.
needs to be punished.
I'm shocked. Like,
It's not.
this is why I wrote trust in the academic system. Because what you mean, a student, a very young teen is marking exams.
Young thing.
Yes, now.
Young thing.
It's
Young
even better if
child.
you're making
You called him a
18-year-olds
Mark
like,
it. That's
mark
kind of
stuff.
understandable.
What?
But
I don't want anybody to touch my script.
me
It's only
too.
you.
I don't want
Now you
anybody
teach
to
me.
touch
Now
my
you
script.
go
I don't
back.
want anybody outside the lecturer that taught me that course to touch my script.
But then, if you're having 18-year-olds mark for primary school and nursery, and that one is even different. At least
Yeah,
they are smart, they are wise.
they've got filler
Good
face.
understanding.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the first of many lecturers that they've caught. It might be a regular occurrence.
He didn't even
In your university,
say
he didn't
anything.
hide
He's
it.
marking it in public.
He just
Well,
did
that's
it.
why in my school there's a way they do it. Like when a mark finish, they cross-check. There is like a structure around it and all that. They do it in last, so yeah.
I want to play devil's advocate on behalf of the lecturer. I would say that maybe, just maybe, that after marking the scripts, after giving his children the scripts to mark, he will collect those scripts, go through it again. Then, what do you guys think?
That's
Because,
double
you
work
know,
for him
we
eventually.
always have to hear from the other side. Like, what was his reason? What is he going
He's
to do
lazy
after?
now. That's his
And
reason.
he was
Yeah, what is he
tired
going
of
to
being
do
the
after? Maybe
lecturer
he's going to
also.
collect it, go through it again.
Even if he does, I'm sure he's not
Because-
going to go through every script because that's
It's going to be
eventually double
messy
work for
now.
him.
Yes, they are a child.
So why is he giving them
Like,
initially?
True. But I just wanted to
Mm.
defend him. That's
Mark
just
my
why
script
I
by
put
yourself.
that type of stuff. Okay, we have one more video from a student at Unijust concerning this same situation. Let's take a look together.
Now, reading is not easy, and especially when it comes to read for exams, and you're seeing like 1,000 pages of PDFs to read, and you have to be able to find places to concentrate on because you can't read an entire 1,000 pages on. There's a lot of pages to read, and then after all of that, you're seeing a lecturer reading his son. The script to write. I don't know, it's very discouraging. It's like you expect us to put more work and then you don't even put any work. And you're the one getting paid. And we are paying school fees.
All right, so you just watched the video.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
And so the guy is speaking for frustration, and then I can relate very well. Because what do you mean we have 120 pages or over for some students, and then you want to prepare for exam after the whole effort you put in? It's like waste of effort because the whole effort you put in after exam and then your result comes out, it's the other way around. It's very discouraging, like you mentioned.
Like the total opposite of what
I
you
don't want it
expected.
to happen to me. I don't want it. I can't
Nobody wants
imagine
it to
it.
happen
No,
to
no,
them.
no, no.
I don't want this to happen to me either.
What I read versus or what I wrote versus what came out as my results. What you mean by that?
I think he said something about his grades being in the hands of a child.
The hands of a
Like,
child.
That's literally what it is. I can't imagine that.
Fine, we understand God is doing the work, but why would you be that careless and give a child?
Some lecturers are just lazy, and that's the bottom
And there's
line.
some people that will say, "Go, my God, I told you this result is mine. This is that. This is what I'm expecting," and then you just see one or two.
This is not what I wrote.
Of course.
Like she said, what I wrote versus what they marked.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on, we are moving to the next topic of the day, which is the incident that happened at Nnamdi Azikwe University involving the Student Union president what happened was basically that the student union president had to go and confront a vigilante group known as the Udogachi vigilante group that had previously been terrorizing the students and all of that. So when they went to confront them, they turned on the president. I think we should take a look at the video together.
They beat SUG for Udogachi, they beat SUG for Book Foundation. Everybody now, anywhere you are now, come to Book Foundation. Everybody now, we don't block their motto. They are beating the SUG. The SUG, look at now, the SUG is on ground.
So what do you think about this situation?
Okay, so I think, well, I'm not shocked.
You're not shocked?
Yes, because this is Nigeria. And then, you know, we see university as a microcosm of like the university, a microcosm of the outside world. What I mean by that is, in university we have politics, we have everything that is going on in the outside world. Yes, smaller version of the world, you get that. So someone like a leader is going out. You remember the NSAS period? A leader is going out to just represent the interest of his people. Why do you mean like he cannot come out and they speak with one voice on behalf of the students, especially when it's related to harassment? So what happened exactly? Like,
nobody can actually tell.
what happened?
Because those people that have been terrorizing the students, they are obviously not going to, I won't say obviously, but they don't seem like they are reasonable enough to even hear anybody out.
Yeah. And then at the end of the day, if you ask them the story behind it, they will say he was rude. That's the usual word
Hit me with that one.
those elder ones use now.
So because he was rude, it's justified for him to
no,
be.
he might have not been rude, but then the fact that he has something to say, they always term it as rude. They term it as
My own.
you shut up.
My argument is that even if he was rude, I feel like beating him up is not even going to be the solution.
Or trying to shoot him or so. Was he carrying a weapon? I don't know. It's bad.
probably
And
came
then
unarmed
it's
as
the
well.
whole one of like the student
he should
leadership.
come unarmed.
It's representing all the
Definitely came
students.
unarmed.
And it was what later led to an outcry, right, with the other students.
That's bad.
So now
It's
I want
very
to ask you guys this question. What do you think can be done in situations like this? What kind of structure do you think is in place in the schools to protect leadership like this?
And then students in general.
The leaders, the
I think
students.
the video I saw, it happened outside school premises. So I think that's out of the school.
Yes.
I don't think the school has anything they can do about that.
Even if it was outside school,
Well-
I've seen a few videos of students' union representatives that have bodyguards. It might sound a bit extra to some people, but in a situation like this, now what kind of
Nah,
guarantee of safety do you
that's
have
not
to those
equal.
people?
Even though
That
it's,
means everybody should get a bodyguard.
even though
Why?
it's outside school, like I've seen cases in LASO whereby some students were arrested and they just went to police station, and then the next thing is SUG presidents went there to bail them out, or you know, do some settlements with the police and all that. So it was also in the name of Lagos State University. So even though it's outside school, there are still some measures I believe schools can put in place to protect students, because
Exactly.
students are from that school. That's like their identity in that place.
Very, very fair.
And then I don't think you should have gone alone.
Well,
Something like that, you
True.
should
You
go
should
with
have
the
gone with
school's
different
authority or
people.
something.
Or other executives as well.
yes. Well, I think there was
School
one
representative
person.
should have gone with him actually, because it's something outside the school's stuff. Assuming it was like a school security stuff now, you could have gone alone. And then I mean it's within the school premises, but then
He didn't
it is
play
between the
outside.
school and
He
out,
did not
and
play
outside
safe.
security.
Yes.
Threw himself to
wasn't-
the lions.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Went to the lions then with his 2 legs, with no form of protection or anything.
Yeah.
I was really
So I feel
confident.
like-
I guess you
himself.
think next time.
So we have one more video from a student at Bamidele Olumiluwa University about the same issue. Let's take a look at it together.
Bad. I felt really, really bad because first of all, as a human being, literally you're not supposed to do that to another human being. So I felt really bad for him. And for him to be in that kind of situation, I know that without help or anything, it would have been very, very
Okay.
So what do you guys think about it?
If I were or was whatever the one is correct. If I was him, if I were him, if Nnamdi be him, if Nnamdi be him, now that day I go quit. I'm not doing it again. Like it's over.
It's a very, very, very valid
It's
reason
it's
to
bad
traumatizing.
encounter, yeah.
He was so helpless, and then
sacrifice himself to look like a fool.
around me, senior men
Because he
with
was
guns.
embarrassed. And I don't
And then
think he
I
can
think there
ever
was
come back
like
from it.
shot of gunshots, like the sound of
Yes.
gunshots. Yeah.
Sucks to be him.
Really, really, really bad. So now I'm going to throw this question to you, the audience, our viewers at home, and wherever you may be watching this from. What sort of structure of protection do you think has been set in place for situations like this for the students and the leadership? I want you to drop your answers down below in the comments. See you in the next segment.
Baby, you gon' feel the show. Baby, you gon' feel the show. Oh na na na, feel the show. Baby, you gon' feel the show. Oh na na na, we could do it all night long. We could do it all night long. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you gon' feel the show. Baby, you gon' feel the show. Oh na na na.
Welcome back, guys. So we are on this new segment and we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, which is accommodation. I'm very sure a lot of students can relate to that. These days, getting an accommodation is like winning a lottery. I feel like you can relate
Like
to that,
winning
especially you.
Wait, what do you mean?
God
Winning
of
that-
war.
You know the history
I mean, I don't.
behind that.
Okay,
You
I
know the
don't go
history
through it,
behind
but
that.
then I know people that go through
Exactly,
it.
but you know like what it's like.
Yeah, sucks.
So in Unilag, there are about 35,000 students or 85,000 students. I don't know how many. I'm not in your school.
I don't know either.
So estimatedly, let's just put it at that. And let's say there are about like 8,000 to 10,000 bed spaces available in each hostel.
It's
Sorry, in all the hostels.
I don't think it's up to that.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think it's
I'm
up
just
to.
giving you numbers.
Yeah, sure.
So if we have about 8,000 to 10,000 bed spaces and there are about 35,000 students, those bed spaces cannot be enough for those students. But I get that
Obviously.
there is an option of staying off campus and all. But at the same time, a lot of people want to feel the full campus experience by living on campus. So
I don't think that's true. I don't think we have
Why?
up to 8,000.
I think
8,000.
it's less than,
I think it's
you know,
like
there are
3,000 or something.
several.
I don't know how many. Okay, with all my years in Unilag, I don't know how many hostels there are.
How
but then
many?
I'm very sure it's not up to 8,000 spaces.
No, you know, in a room, in a bunk, one bunk, there are 2 beds.
Yeah.
So in each bed, one bed is a bed
Let me
space,
see where you're driving us.
basically.
Yeah. But then I don't think up to 8,000 students get bed
There is
space
New
every.
Home, there is Jaja, there is Moremi.
How do you
there
know
is-
this?
My brother went in like,
Ah.
that's not the point. But you get what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
So let's go back to the point. 8,000 to 10,000 bed spaces and 35,000 students. That obviously can't be enough.
Yeah, obviously.
So do you
Numbers.
think that the solution to that problem would be creating more hostels? What's the situation
Of course.
like in your school? What's it like? I know you said you don't struggle for bed space, but what's it like for your friends? Anybody that you know that has similar issues? Like, just what's it like?
It's terrible. It's sad. Because, I don't know, usually in other cases, over the years, when they allowed squatters or not, it's not like they allowed them, but then they were not as strict as they are now. In rooms where we're supposed to have 6 people, they end up having like about 20 people. Then you see pictures, I've seen pictures, and then you see people lying down like sardines on the floor. I mean, I've done, okay, I won't say I've done it like that, because I didn't do it for more than a week. And I was like, nah,
So why did you do it?
I don't know. I don't know why. I was a fresh at that time. I just wanted to feel the truth of school hostel
For
and
being
all.
a squatter?
And then after the first week, I was like, yeah, I'll be back. I didn't go back for my stuffs till like the end of the semester because I was actually staying outside school and then I didn't need those things. But like, it's like a war every session. I don't know how it feels to not have accommodation. I'm like, okay, if you don't get this accommodation, it's either you squat or you get hostels outside school. I don't know how life is for them, but I'm sure it's not really good, especially now. Now, you can't buy squatting spaces and stay in it because they would send you away. The school itself is now selling squatting spaces.
How does squatting work? Please, like, break it down for me.
So it's like this. If you are 4 in the room, everybody in the room can bring sometimes 1 or 2 people. So they are supposed to collect a certain amount from that
From
person.
those squatters.
Yeah. Except you just want to be a good person. And then I won't lie, some of the prices are very outrageous, especially women. Oh my God.
Here we go.
You would see
Here we
someone
go.
saying, okay, to come and sleep on the floor, you have to pay 200k. Ow! Ow!
Forbid.
The most they, okay, usually I think it was like 80k they pay for the bed space.
Yeah.
Oh my
it's okay.
God.
That day they are on the bed. Now, for someone to now sleep on the floor, you now sell it for about 200,000 naira.
Sometimes
Women.
they're-
Is it a must to
That's-
stay
But I
in
also feel
hostel?
like is
Like in 100 level or so?
It's very expensive to stay outside school because, okay,
Eh.
commute.
human beings Nigerians are opportunists. They know that it is very hard
They are
for
one of
students.
us.
I didn't do anything. I'm not
They
selling
are one of
anything.
us. Go on.
Nigerians.
They know that it's very hard for students to get hostels on campus. So then, if you don't get on campus, you have to stay outside school. Now you don't have a choice. It's either you pay it, or you come from your houses or something. And then we have people coming from, well, I don't know why they are, but then we have people coming from Port Harcourt, Ogun State. Why? It's still like that good. But now, humans and people that have properties outside or around school now see it as an opportunity to extort people, and then they now charge. So you see some people charging about 800,000 naira for a bed space that you share with 3 other people. It's bunko, just like the bunk that is inside. Well,
Outside the school.
Yeah.
800K?
No.
Is it individually or like
800K.
eh?
So that's why it's like everybody is trying
Hold on.
to.
Are you kidding?
I bought the bed space. I get squatters. 2 squatters.
No. This is outside school. It's like hostels,
Opportunists.
private hostels that people build, and then there are 4 bed spaces to sleep on one bed.
Oh God, go find
You
face
pay
me and slap you.
800,000
Face me
naira.
and slap you. Face me and slap you, giddy.
It is
That's where you stay.
that
Exactly, for that
hard.
is
Houses are
objective.
very.
Please. We are not
We
suffering
cannot
that
go back.
much.
We cannot even go to apartments. That one is even very outrageous. No be say AC.
In the name of what? Outside doing
Fan,
lag.
it's figure wunji safe. But reasons like this is what drives students to be very desperate to stay in school campuses. And then now school is not even eliminating the opportunity for them to pay for bed spaces. Like I have a friend now. Your friend might want to give you a discount to stay on his bed or share the room with him or something. But then now they don't even allow it at all. The school is now selling bed spaces. Like no, they are selling squatting spaces
Never
for you to
ever
sleep on the
start.
floor.
By
I've
themselves.
never
Still
heard
have
of
it
this before.
I don't know.
So you
I don't know how
cannot sell for
they.
people again.
Now you can't even sell for. You
School
could
is just
before
smart.
they used to make threats that if you sell blah blah, they will seize your whatever.
Are there like
I don't know.
authorities there that do stuff like that?
Yeah,
What, potters?
yeah, portals.
Do they listen
I
to
big
them?
portals.
I know how students can be.
Yeah, I think they are very, very strict now. I've had cases from my friends that they may be stuck outside around 11 p.m. because the porters just decided to say, you're not
You're
this
not
was
entering
today. But like some cases, you have to settle them, and then those people too, they'll be calling 100,000 naira.
Those
For
potters,
settlement.
100,000.
No, be me
If
talk
I have
am o.
100,000, will I come and be staying in hostel?
Yeah, no. Yeah, you okay? Where do you want to get apartment for
I
100,000
don't know. Not even 100,000.
But
Anyways,
at the end of the day, these things are sad things some students have to go
that's
through.
the sad
I feel pity
reality
for
of
them.
student
Like,
life.
yeah, it's so annoying.
Now to you, Miriam. You stay in last room.
Yes.
How is the accommodation
Stay
situation?
or school in that.
Okay, so first of all, we don't have a policy of like you staying on campus, and then we don't even have hostel before. When I was in 100 level, there was nothing like hostel. Though I saw the foundation and then incomplete building, but now they have like completed some buildings, and then we have some people that get accommodation there. So for me, from 100 level, like immediately I got to LASO, I tried figuring places like to get house. So I stayed. I chose a place that is close to school because of electricity and all that, and then I had to squat with someone, and then it was my roommate that introduced me to that person. I don't know the person. My roommate knows the person. Then it was me and my roommate that had to like stay with the person. I do not like the outcome of everything because I don't know them. You get and living with someone you don't know,
can be
or
like
cohabiting,
something else.
yes, especially where they don't know you, your behaviors and all that. And then they were secondary school friends, so it was like
had
you
similar
guys
experiences in
against
LASO.
me. So I just had to survive. And then for the new hostel, like the newly
Okay, they
built
built new
hostel,
hostels.
yes, now we have
About how
them, and
many?
then we have I think 3 buildings now available. And then during this All Africa University Games too, I figured we have hostels that I think they renovated them. They don't really use them that much. But these ones we were not like upstairs. You get like story buildings. We were just downstairs. So my friends that stayed in newly built hostel, like I have friends that stay in those hostels. So during exam periods, they complain a lot, like incidents of them using pure water to have their baths because there was no light, and then there's always fresh water and all that.
Lasso.
A lot of things like that, and then
I
I'm
want
always
to
like,
talk.
thank God,
You are want to talk.
because as for my mom was even like, oh, since there is already hostel in school because of security and
You
all
should
that.
Stay on campus.
Yes, because where I'm staying and
Nigeria.
there are a lot of incidents and all that, and then where I'm staying safe, all these caretaker, they extort a lot from people.
Who are the caretakers?
These agencies that they would connect you to house and all that.
Oh, that's
And then because
right.
he knew I was squatting with someone, and then we had no choice, like we already familiar with that area and all that, so we familiarized ourselves with the area, and then we just want to stay. And he promised that when we were squatting with the person, the caretaker of the house, he promised that it's girl hostel, right? But you can call this like a flat or a normal house. So he promised us that someone opposite us is moving out, so we can just squat here for a while. Because before we do any of that, we need to take permission from the caretaker or the landlord. They need to be aware, because if anything happens in that hostel, it will go down to them. So he knew that we were kind of like desperate. We don't have anywhere else to
You
stay.
don't have a choice.
Yes, after squatting for a while, and then he gave us a timeline. You can't have like maybe 4 people staying in the room or 3 people in the room for a while, like a long while. So I only spent like 3 months or so, 2 months, or even 1. And then the lady left, and then the price he called like was doubled of like the price he gave the opposite girl that I squatted with, and then it was 50%, like 50k extra.
So now what I'm hearing is that I believe that the system in your school is much more different than the demographic in Unilag, because
Yes,
they are more hostel based, but you guys have, you know,
we just
houses
started it
and
like not
apartments
quite
on
long.
campus.
Yes,
It's not really
yes.
popular among students.
Yes.
So now they are talking about the issue of introducing new hostels to try and solve the problem at hand. Anyways, so Abiola, this question is for you, since you love your school so much.
I never said nuts.
You love it so much. Anyways, a hostel that was built for 1.6 billion naira with taxpayers' revenue. Taxpayers' revenue.
Yeah.
Hope you heard that. And now, because they used that much to build it, they are now charging about 700 to 900k for a bed space, which is even so crazy to me and extremely exorbitant, because how much are they paying for school fees? How much are they paying for hostel fees? So now I wanted to say something about that.
I blame the people that are paying it. Because these hostels, as expensive as they are, before school resumes, there is barely any space left. So people pay for it even during the holidays, and I have a friend that paid for it. That day, she paid 710,000 naira for a space she's sharing with 3 other people. And I'm like,
So 4 in a room.
yes. How does this even make sense to you? Like, why can't you just join this with someone else and get an apartment outside school? This is just outrageous.
How
I
much
don't know.
is the estimated value for an apartment that you can get off campus?
I mean, for some, agreement and commission and everything, your first payment should be like between 1.5 to 2 million.
I see your point.
Per year.
I see your point. So
And
I feel
then
like it's smarter to just get that to somebody else.
Yeah, that's
and have your own
1.4,
space.
2 people, 750k, 750.
Yes,
1.4.
instead of
They will
sharing
not tell me
kitchen,
that.
sharing toilets, sharing everything. Like,
After
please.
12 o'clock, I will not enter my hostel. Hostel
My
I pay
own hostel.
710K. You'll cry.
Please.
But yeah, it's just bad. I don't know. It's people that are paying for it, sha.
Exactly. And now it seems like instead of solving the issue of no hostels, it's even creating much more of a problem.
Oh yeah. Good luck to them.
Good luck to them, because
What do I
they're
know?
in that situation. That's why
I
you're
mean,
saying such
people
a
always find.
I'm
money.
wishing them
And some
luck now.
people.
So about the Femi Gbadabi Abila hostel that was
God.
built on the taxpayers' revenue, I believe that hostel, according to what I heard, it was built to solve the issue of insufficient bed space.
Oh really?
So why is it? Don't act oblivious with me, please. So why is it, instead of solving that issue, I feel like it's creating a bigger problem? If you
Oh,
get
is
what
it?
I'm saying.
What problem?
Exorbitant amount of bed space. Like, why are you selling a bed space for 700?
Yeah, I actually have a problem with that
plus.
price. Like, why? The single
It's
space,
very
I think, is 900k plus. I think it's 900,000.
People have money.
900.
You
Is
people have money paying for
When it's
900,000.
not-
yeah, they have
A
money.
self-contained flat.
It's
I
not
don't
even-
understand.
It's
It's not money
A
well
whole
spent.
900k.
It's not well spent at
If you are
all.
spending it for a furnished apartment, it's different.
Exactly.
You're spending it for
This
somewhere
now-
that is it's not this big. It's like, oh my god.
Shut up.
It's the people that are paying it that have issues
You
with
can
it.
actually get an
maybe they don't
apartment.
have a choice or something. Yeah, scarcity and
can
all that,
actually
and they
get
have the
apartments.
money.
Kind of.
Some people have. You can't blame some people. They have the money.
I don't maybe
But
some
the people
parents
that don't have
know.
the money now, that they struggle to come from somewhere far because of that amount, we are calling the federal government out, because are they aware 750k from Femi Gbadabi Amila's and then the 900k for single bed space? That's too much, because I don't know of any of that like happening in Lagos State University.
I know your excuse is going to be my school is in Ogun State, but I don't care. You can get an apartment for 700, 900, and it's not an excuse.
I've seen apartments in that same Ogun State that are less than 200k, 250.
Now you know the kind of apartment.
Yeah, I've seen. Ahead.
Alasso, how about Alasso?
I don't know about Lasso. I don't really care about them.
And we don't
But
give them to our like.
I pray God help everybody. Wait, what did you say?
I said we don't give a damn about Unilag. Okay, so I heard that there was like bed bugs in you guys' beds. There were bed bugs during
In
exam
their
period.
beds.
So yes, as students were not able to read, it was not convenient for them.
Well, I think that exam period one was it was in the library,
Oh my goodness, so it's real.
and they had to
Bed bugs in the
fumigate
library.
the library.
They went. The student
I don't know. I
I
don't know what.
library.
I don't know what they do
In the
about
name
their
of
bed
reading.
bugs.
To
But
their
I know
school
that
library.
that bed bug is someone that is bringing it from his house,
From house.
and then
No, you
most
guys,
people.
with the amount you guys are paying, you guys cannot properly take care of your own still.
Fumigation,
I
zero.
don't understand.
Pest control, zero. And you're
Now,
collecting that
if
money.
you're talking about
That
other
much, and then you
pests.
guys cannot even take care of like the basic things in the hostel.
About the pest control, if it's about other pests, I understand.
Rats.
But you see that
I'm
bed
sure you guys
bug.
have rats soon.
Bed
Yes,
bug.
they will.
I don't know. I
They
don't
can't
care.
get your basic things now.
Yeah. Still.
They
Why
can't
you
see
see
that
that bed
amount
bug?
they are
You
paying.
guys have rats.
That bed bug is the student that are not helping themselves for real, because people have it in their houses, they bring it to school,
Bed bugs are like a
someone
wildfire.
goes to like
to move
it
around,
takes
it's to
one
spread.
it takes
Spread
one
eggs.
and then some people don't used to sit down in their hostel. You go to another person's room, go chop rice,
Jump,
carry bed
jump,
bugs to
jump.
go your room.
The amount
From
they are
that
paying
one
is
they
too
keep
much.
spreading it and spreading it and spreading
I
it.
still
So
can't understand.
no matter how much they fumigate, there will always be bed bugs as long as the students are not responsible. Good luck to them.
I want to relate that thing to my school as well. We have about like 4 or 5 hostels. What are you?
Like inside the school.
Yes, in the school.
Ooh, I
4 or
thought
5
they
hostels.
didn't have.
We
know
have,
school,
but like
yeah.
it's just like a recent development. We didn't have over the years, but like now
We've had over the years.
All right, we've heard you.
And then it's
With your
full of bed
bug
bugs.
infested hostel. Anyways, so my hostel is a private hostel. In fact, all the hostels on campus are private hostels except one. So the other hostel, we have about like 2 hostels that are like competing on about the same level. My hostel and please, my hostel and one other hostel. The other hostel is Beavers. So in my hostel doesn't have bed bugs. We only have 4 in a room. My hostel is like the best hostel, not to brag.
And how much is it?
We have Wi-Fi. We have like a lot of good things.
How
About
much
like
do you pay?
200, 300k. I'm not even joking.
Well, like
I'm not
200K.
capping.
And they give
Blast.
me like somewhere, no
But
Wi-Fi,
cost of
nothing,
living,
nothing,
sha.
We have a
750.
bathroom
Ogun State.
and toilet in each room. We have, even though we
Almost.
have a
They
shared,
do in the.
we have, I know that we have a shared kitchen though. That's just the only thing on each floor because it's about like 3-story store. So my issue now is that in my hostel they don't allow a lot of visitors into my hostel, but in Beavers they allow a lot of visitors, so they have a lot of bed bugs. So you know, in situations like that, it's just like
People can bring in the
you can easily connect it. It's easy
Yes.
to bring bed bugs
Walk
in.
on
It's
your
easy to
floors
take them
and then you
out.
take
Like,
them
but in
out.
my hostel now, where they don't allow visitors into the hostel, you know that it's not easy for things like that to
bedbugs,
come.
yeah,
So
to be
it's just
infested.
a thing of your school. Accept it. It's just
Wait,
your
what?
school.
Accept what?
Accept the fact that your hostel. Sorry.
I mean, I know it's very expensive now. Yes, it is. It's outrageous.
Exactly.
I hate that it's that expensive. But then
and
life
like,
generally in Lagos is
the
expensive.
750K that you
Exactly.
guys
I can't
pay.
deny that.
I heard it's like Femi Gbajabiamila in his name, right?
I
was
don't know about
called.
it.
So now let's take this conversation back and all the way down to Unijust. We have a student there that has a very different perspective from what we all share here. Let's take a listen to her voice note.
We have like 4 hostels. We have Abuja, Naguta, Zion. Zion is just for girls. Then PG hostel. That one's for the rich kids. They said. Then there's another extra one. It's not from I don't know if it's the student that the school that owns it, but it's another hostel on its own, and that one is like 200k per semester. So in let's say for 1 whole year it's 400k you're paying, and then you're even still sharing the room with somebody. A PG hostel too, you're still sharing. Then the Zion hostel too, they used to resell. That's that one, that Zion hostel, it's easier for people to get it for girls because it's just for girls. It's not as if it's so easy. Sometimes it gets difficult too. But if they are reselling it, it's not more than 100k, except they want to be greedy. but the actual price is 47. So that's just how it is most times. All the hostels, that Zion is 47. PG is the highest, apart from the other one that is not owned by the school. So when they are reselling it, the other ones is not more than 100k. Even though it's not fair, but it's not more than 100k. And then the PG own is not more than 250k. They'll sell it. So that's just the situation. And the squatting, like I said, most people squat with their friends. If they are squatting with a stranger at all, I don't know. But probably they just go and pay half of the hostel money. Yeah.
People are paying 47k for bed space.
Well,
Is that not wow to anybody else?
So that's the amount they pay in their school.
Yes.
For
Not all hostels, but she cited a
She
particular
mentioned
hostel.
yeah, and then
that
means
some
just
100k.
47K.
Why some 400k?
She
Yeah.
said those ones
I think that one is
reselling-
private
hostel.
reselling value.
And then the one I heard, like each semester,
To 200.
know.
I think that's the private
That's
hostel.
what
200, then 3 semester, that's like 600k. Same
She
with
sounded
Unilag.
sad, like
Three
really, really sad.
semesters.
In a year, that's
Okay,
like
yeah, in a year,
600k. 150
Sucks.
different from
Not too
Unilag.
bad. It's better than Unilag, Sha.
Okay, yes.
All right. So when you
Alright.
look at the entire situation from Unilag to LASU to even OU, my blessed school, we see that accommodation. What's the point?
Ogun State.
Please, the overpriced and bedbug infested hostels.
think-
Anyways, so when we look at it, we see that accommodation is not just a singular thing, it's more of a system issue because bed spaces are not
Systemic.
enough, costs are high, everything is just all over the place. And it's no longer exactly like he said, it's no longer a question
I
of
also blame Tinubu too.
God.
But that one is for
Not
another
just
day.
lying down in his house and be collecting strays. It's a matter of
You
who you
get.
know, how much you can pay, and how far you are willing to go to get what you want. So now, what?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to throw the question to you guys now because the question is no longer is squatting right or wrong? It is now, is it going to be right if squatting starts to look like corruption instead of actually easing those that the system was designed for? We want to hear from you guys in the audience from wherever you're watching us. Do you think squatting helps students survive or it actually worsens the crisis? So drop your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you'd like to star as a guest, like my two amazing guests on the show today, feel free to apply via the link on our IG or TikTok bio. I want to especially thank my people, even though you gave me a very hard time. I still appreciate you.
I didn't
being
even do
here.
anything. But yeah.
I want to thank Abiola and Miriam. Thank you guys for coming so much.
Thank you for having me.
It was a wonderful time with you guys.
And it was a wonderful
Yeah,
time
thanks
with
for
you
having me
too.
too.
You cannot say it's a wonderful time with me too.
Was it?
All right. See you guys next time, and ensure to follow, like, subscribe
To our YouTube page.
CRT-AFRICA.
Yeah.
So stay up to date with all the happenings across all our campuses.
You don't want to
Yeah, do what
miss
she
it.
said.
You do not want to miss it.
Baby, you gon' feel the show. Oh, na na na.